Police brutality.
6963.
Yes.
Step out.
I'm not
Step out. Step out.
Don't touch
Step
me.
out.
Don't touch me.
Step it out.
I'm not stepping
Step
out
out.
of shit. Call
Step
your
out.
motherfucking supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
You're not the supervisor.
Yes, I am.
Call your
I am the
supervisor.
corporal.
Wait, please,
Roll over. Roll over.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cash App or buying your girl a coffee.
Hi there. I'm Corporal Morgan with the Hearst Police Department. Reason why you're getting stopped, you were just driving through a school zone going 40. It's a 25 through there. Do you have your driver's license proof of insurance with you today? Where y'all heading to this afternoon?
Home.
Coming from?
Why?
Just a question.
It's none of your business.
I'm sorry?
It's none of your business.
Oh, okay.
The reason why the police officer is asking this question is to get a gauge of what's going on here, right? If you say that you're coming from a bar, if you say that you're coming from a restaurant, this is giving him information like maybe this person is drinking, maybe I should be looking for sobriety issues. So that's the reason why they're asking, okay, where are you coming from and where are you going? Also, if you're in an emergency situation, like for instance, in a hurry to get to the hospital, they are a lot more lenient when it comes to you driving a bit faster because you're trying to get to the hospital to make sure that your loved one doesn't pass away or make sure that you get the help that you need if it is truly an emergency. And sometimes the police will actually escort you to the hospital if you're having an emergency. In those situations, you're supposed to put your hazards on. This attitude that she's having, while I understand police, sometimes the questions that they're asking are very invasive and it can be very irritating or annoying, especially if you have somewhere to go. The attitude is just unnecessary. I am a firm believer that when you are in situations like this, yes, know your rights, know what you have to say and what you don't have to say. The way we communicate does matter. And if we know that there are some trigger happy, if we know that there are some police officers that are unhinged, that are crazy, why test the bear? Why not try to get the best situation out of whatever it is that you're going through? Why not try to act in a way that's going to get you the better outcome? Now, there's no guarantee, obviously. I'd rather err on the side of caution because you never know if this officer is one of the crazies, okay? One of the crazies that will put their hands on you unjustified, will put a bullet in you unjustified. Why test it by having this weirdo attitude? You know, proving a point or getting my big one off isn't more important than getting home safely.
Any reason for the hurry this afternoon?
I wasn't in a hurry. I didn't even see a school.
Oh, there's a flashing signal as you were driving through, directly on the side of the roadway.
If she's flying through a school zone while the lights are flashing, he has every right to pull her over, and I'm glad he pulled her over. Because, and anyone trying to justify her behavior, or anyone trying to justify this or say that the officer shouldn't have pulled her over or whatever the heck may be, understand if that was your child or running across the street and this broad is just flying down the road and hits your child, you would be livid. So I'm glad that he pulled her over. And for her to say, well, I didn't see the flashing light, guess what else you probably wouldn't have saw? A child walking into the street, crossing into the street, in the street just in general. So I am very glad that he pulled her over because this is nonsense. I cannot stand to see people driving crazy like this, especially around areas where there are children present. You have people that are flying down the road. A lot of times they're looking at phones, and then we have these tragedies and everyone wants to cry and say how sad it is, but then when we have an officer that's actually trying to keep those areas safe, they want to dogpile on him for doing so.
That's good till March. Let me go check on your license. I'll be right back with you. I'll just stay in the car for me. Okay, Tanisha, you'll be receiving a citation today for the speed. I just need to get a signature from you. This is not an admission of guilt.
I'm not.
It's a promise. You're not going to sign it? That's fine. I'll just put refuse. I need to get the VIN number on the car real quick. I'll enter that. I'll print you your copy and send you on your way. Where's your registration sticker on the car?
I just bought this car, so I'm waiting for it.
Okay.
Any more questions?
I'm just asking.
Okay. I told you.
This is what I'm talking about. This police officer is being so polite to her. You know, I've been pulled over before, and you can either get like a police officer that's agitated and they're being so rude to you versus this officer right here. So he is clearly being very polite to her, and she's just having the worst possible attitude. I get it. All kinds of people get attitudes, but understand, sisters, we know for a fact that we are constantly labeled as the angry black woman, the black woman with the attitude. We're constantly labeled that. So when we go out of our way to affirm it, especially in situations where that attitude is not warranted, obviously that stereotype is going to just reign true and people will latch onto it and apply it to situations where it's actually not valid. But see, here it is valid. Like, girl, why do you have this weirdo attitude with this man who's doing his job trying to keep the kids safe? And also, he's being polite to you. But the fact that this escalated to that point is crazy because it didn't need to. You get your citation, you move the on. But no, we got to do the most and then cry victim later. This is absolutely insane to me. The fact that this cop was very polite to her this entire time thus far, and she's giving this weirdo attitude and just being so, and then we know how this plays out. It ends up becoming what it was. This is self-inflicted. I'm sorry. It is extremely self-inflicted.
Do you have your bill of sale with the car then?
No, I don't.
Okay, you should probably carry that with you if you're not going to display your registration sticker.
Well, I wasn't told that, so we might need to get updated on the laws.
All right, here's your copy of the citation. As far as the bills, you don't want to take it?
No.
Well, it's going to take it because it's your citation. That's your citation. That's littering. Step out of the car.
No, don't
Yes,
do
ma'am.
that.
Yes, ma'am.
Off my
Step
car.
out.
I'm not stepping
Step
out.
out.
Look.
You're
I'm not
6963.
Yes,
Step out.
I'm not
Step out. Step out.
Don't touch
Step
me.
out.
Don't touch me.
Step it out.
I'm not stepping
Step
out
out.
of shit. Call
Step
your
out.
motherfucking
I
supervisor.
am the supervisor.
You're not the supervisor.
Yes, I am.
Call your
I am the
supervisor.
corporal.
A
Step out.
supervisor. I'm not
Step
stepping
out.
out of nothing. Get
Step
your
out.
fucking hand off me.
Step
Get your
out.
hand off me. Get your hand off me. I will step
Step
out
out.
on the supervisor.
I
I'm
am
not
the
stepping
supervisor.
out of nothing.
Ma'am.
Get your hand off me.
Tanisha.
Get your hand
I'm not
off
letting
me.
go.
You littered. You
I
dropped
am
the
not.
ticket, not
I
me.
put the ticket in
No,
the car
you dropped the
because
ticket,
that's your
not
copy.
me. You dropped the ticket, not me. Get your hands off me.
Take the
You're
ticket and
touching
go.
Me. Give me the ticket. You're touching me forcibly. You're holding me
Because
too tight, and you're being out of line.
you are resisting.
Y'all see this, right?
Sir, I'm sorry.
Stop.
Can't she just get the ticket?
No, you stop.
Stop.
Why are you holding my arm like
Because
this?
I gave you the
Why?
ticket,
No, you
then
did
you
not.
proceeded
You
to throw
dropped
it.
the ticket.
I
not
put it
me.
in your car,
I told you I did
and
not
you
want
proceeded
it.
to throw
You
it out of the
dropped
car.
You
Absolutely insufferable. This did not have to be this way. It really, she is no victim. I'm sorry. This is not a victim. And anyone trying to act like she is a dummy. They are the reason why we can't get anything really changed when it comes to actual situations where racism is present, because they latch on to cases like this where clearly she's in the wrong. Clearly she escalated the entire situation, the entire encounter, and they want to prop it up as, oh my God, this is so racist. And then no wonder nobody cares when actual racist situations happen, because they assume it's something stupid like this. People like this are so irritating, and they cause an uproar. They cause all this chaos because they can't get their own behaviors under control. She's acting like a petulant child. I ain't gonna take that. I didn't throw it out the car. You dropped it. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Here's your copy of the citation. As far as the bills, you don't want to take it?
No.
Well, it's going to take it because it's your citation. That's your citation. That's littering.
You dropped it. You dropped it. This heifer clearly threw it outside of the car, and that is littering. Some people might say, oh, well, it was just littering. He could have just da-da-da-da-da. No, at this point, her ass don't need to be on anybody's road. At this point, lock her ass up, even if it is for a night. This type of behavior is absolutely freaking insane. Being a police officer, that's already a high stress job because you never know what people have in their cars. You never know what's going to happen. Putting yourself into situations that could be potentially very dangerous. Hell, even just pulling somebody over on the side of the road. You know how many cops get hit just while they're giving citations on the side of the road because somebody's driving irate or they're not looking where they're going and they get clipped by the side of the car and die? So being a police officer is not some like cushy job where you get to just do what you want and da-da-da-da-da. No, it's high stress. It's a high stress job. This broad escalated this entire situation. I don't feel bad for her, not even in the slightest. Get your ass out that car and take responsibility, take accountability for your choices. You chose to be aggressive. You chose to fight a citation, him handing you a piece of paper, letting you know your citation. Like, what are we talking about here? People take the route of most resistance, and then they act shocked when they get resistance. What the hell is this? You escalated this entire situation. You created this adversarial situation for no effing reason. Take your citation and move the F on.
You're the fucking supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
You're not the supervisor.
Yes, I am.
Call your
I am the
supervisor.
corporal.
A
Step out.
supervisor. I'm not
Step
stepping
out.
out of nothing. Get
Step
your
out.
fucking hand off me.
Please, slow.
Get
Step
your
out.
hand off me. Get your hand off me. I will step
Step
out
out.
on the supervisor.
I
I'm
am
not
the
stepping
supervisor.
out of nothing.
Ma'am.
Get your hand off
Tanisha.
me. Get your hand
I'm not
off
letting
me.
go.
You littered. You
I
dropped
am
the
not.
ticket, not
I
me.
put the ticket in
No,
the car
you dropped the
because
ticket,
that's your
not
copy.
me. You dropped the ticket, not me. Get your hands off me.
Take the
You're
ticket and
touching
go.
Me. Give me the ticket. You're touching me forcibly. You're holding me
Because
too tight, and you're being out of line.
you are resisting.
Y'all see this, right?
Sir, I'm sorry.
Stop.
Can she just get the ticket?
No, you stop.
Stop.
Why are you holding my arm like
Because
this?
I gave you the
Why?
ticket,
No, you
then
did
you
not.
proceeded
You
to throw
dropped
it.
the ticket.
I
not
put it
me.
in your car,
I told you I did
and
not
you
want
proceeded
it.
to throw it out of
dropped
the car.
You dropped it. You're doing too much. I'm not afraid of you. Get
That's
your hand
fine,
off of
but
me.
I've asked you
You're
to step
holding
out of
me
the car.
forcibly for no reason.
Because you need to step
Get
out
your
of the
fucking
car.
hands off
Step
me.
out of the car.
No, what am I stepping out of the
Is
car
there
for?
anything I can do to get you to comply?
Look, Mom, he just said
To
take the ticket.
comply.
You threw the car out of the car.
No, I did not. You did that.
He said
You
take
threw
the
the
ticket
ticket at me.
I gave it to you so you
threw
could
the
leave,
ticket at
and then
me.
you grabbed it
Okay.
and threw it out.
How is it that her son has more sense than she does? You see him in the background begging his mom to just comply, begging her to just take the ticket. The officer is still giving her an out. He's still giving her an out. Hey, get the ticket. Now, I will say, him holding on to her and saying, get out and get the ticket, how are you expecting me to get out while you're holding me? I will say that. However, she could just say, look, I will get the ticket. I can just hear the embarrassment in her son's voice, creating problems and then acting angry, acting as if somebody's doing a disservice to you. I feel sorry for this brother in the car. I really feel sorry for him. I highly doubt he is not going through hell living with this broad, being her son. People like this, they're not just insufferable to the police, they're also insufferable to the people in their lives.
It's on your phone video.
Give me the ticket.
No,
Give me the
we're
ticket.
past that.
Okay.
You're under arrest. Step
For
out of the
what?
car, littering.
Okay.
Step out of the car.
No, I'm not.
You're under arrest.
No, when the,
Yes, ma'am.
When your colonel gets
No,
here,
we are
then
beyond
I will
that.
Step out.
Step
I'm
out.
not getting out of the car.
Step out.
I'm with my child, and I'm not
I
doing
understand
that.
you're with
Call
your
your
child.
father right now.
Step out of the car.
I'm not.
Step
I'm
out of
not.
the car.
I'll step out when another officer gets here. I'm not
Step
stepping
out.
I don't trust you. You're holding me too strong.
Because
I
I don't trust
you.
you
You
to
don't have
not
to hold
leave.
me like I'm not going anywhere. Where am I going to go?
I will stop holding
I'm
you
not
if you
gonna
step
go
out of the
anywhere.
car.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
You need to
Call
step
your
out of the
colonel
car.
and I will get out of the
This
car.
is resisting
You're holding me.
arrest.
I'm not resisting arrest.
Because you're not
what am I
answering
under
my
arrest
order.
for? What am I
Littering.
under arrest for?
You see him going back and forth. Anyone saying that he is just being so aggressive and just beating her up for whatever reason, they're lunatics. Are we watching completely different videos? He's literally begging this woman to comply. He's begging her. She has so many different opportunities to course correct, and she's choosing not to. And then want to cry foul and play the victim. You had multiple opportunities. If only real victims of police brutality had this many opportunities. If only they had the opportunities that this heifer had.
Littered.
You
You
threw
did
the
that.
ticket
No,
out the
I did
window.
not. You did that. You did that. It's all on camera.
You're
so
correct.
when your colonel gets here, then I will step out. I have my child with me.
I am the
I'm not
corporal.
getting out of the. You have a supervisor. Okay?
I am the
So when
supervisor
your
on duty.
supervisor gets here,
He
then
is not.
will
I
step
am the
out of
highest
car.
ranking
Call
supervisor.
someone else
I don't
to
have
come
anyone
here.
else.
What's crazy to me is that she's using her child as a shield. Like, I have my child with me. I have my child. Well, why weren't you thinking about your child when you were giving all this aggressive behavior and escalating the situation? Everyone wants to cry about, oh, my kid's this, my kid's that, but then they put their kids in terrible situations. Why are you, one, flying down the road with your child in the car? Number two, why are you escalating a situation with a police officer with your child in the car if you're so concerned about your child? She don't give a damn about that child. Clearly, because she's putting him in a dangerous situation. Now, what if this was a police officer that was trigger happy and he put 2 in her and 2 in the son? Now what? You did this, sis. This is you, but you want to hide behind, oh, my son's in the car. You don't know my son's in the car. If you actually gave a damn about your son in the car, you wouldn't have escalated this whole entire situation in the first place.
It's someone else.
Not right now.
There is someone
You need to
else. Let
step
me
out of
call
the car.
911.
Stop.
Get your
Stop.
phone. Please stop.
Get out.
Wait, stop, Mom. Chill
Get
out, Mom.
out.
Wait, stop, sir. Please stop.
Get out.
Stop, please stop.
Stop.
Wait, stop.
Get out, man.
Please stop.
Tase her. I'm sorry. I would have tased her until she pissed herself. I'm sorry. I'm not sitting over here fighting with you to get you out the car. I would just tase you and then get your limp body out the car. Maybe I shouldn't be an officer. Maybe that's the reason why I'm not an officer, because I would be tasing folks left and right. I am not about to be wrestling with you and you acting a damn fool like this. I would have tased her ass so fast.
Stop. Wait, please stop.
Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over.
How am I going to roll over?
Roll over. Lower to the left. Pull your hand up. All you had to do is take the ticket and leave.
And that's the part. That's the actual part. That is literally all she had to do was take her citation and leave. That's it. But no, we got to make a big fuss. We got to be We gotta have an attitude. We gotta act like a fucking child, throwing a temper tantrum. She did this to herself. Anyone defending this behavior, understand you are probably just as insufferable and childlike as she is. Because this is literal child behavior, like a toddler. Hell, her son has more sense than she does. Because he said, let's just take the ticket. Mom, just take the ticket and go. Let's take the ticket and go. Let's take the ticket and go. He's begging his mom to be more mature. That's crazy that your own son is more mature than you are. And now you done traumatized your son, putting yourself in this situation when all you had to do was take your citation and leave. You could have literally crumbled it up as soon as you got it in your car and then threw it out when you got home. But no, it's like Black women, for some reason, we feel like being the most disrespectful person physically possible is somehow an honor or somehow a superpower or somehow something that should be respected. Oh yeah, I told him. I'm so sick of that mentality. If I told him, you gonna tell your ass all the way to the jail cell now. But I guess you told him. Now what? Now you got this whole situation that you now have to deal with for resisting arrest over a citation. Pick and choose your battles, because it didn't have to be this way. But I guess she told him.
13 white females detained. She's in custody.
Get my phone.
Alright, get her set up and have her sit up against the bumper of the car. Lean this way. Step up. My feet, knees. There we go. Go into this car back here. Face the number 11. Right there. Spread your feet for me. No guns, drugs, knives on you, right? No guns.
If you weren't sure if this was a hyena or not, understand, look at her back. Look at the tattoo on her back. Clearly, this is some kind of hyena. Clearly. No wonder she's behaving the way that she does. No wonder this escalated when it didn't need to. Clearly. You cannot put yourself in a dangerous situation and then cry foul. That's like me jumping out of an airplane and then as I'm screaming to my death, oh my God, how dare gravity? Even though I jumped of my own will out the airplane without a parachute.
Drugs or knives on you? Yes or no?
Drugs and knives on me.
He doesn't know, that's why he's asking. I don't know, that's why I asked you. It's a yes or no question. Keys in the back of my hand.
Get my phone.
Get in there.
Black women, this is where your attitude will get you. Having this attitude, especially when it's completely unwarranted, nobody's disrespected you, but you feel as though it is your right to disrespect others, this is exactly where it's gonna land you, or worse. Or worse. This is embarrassing. There is no reason to give somebody all this attitude when they've done nothing to you except uphold the law and try to keep kids that could potentially be in the streets safe from your ass when you want to fly down the road, high speed, in a school zone with the light on. For all the people, we'll see other races, they have attitudes too, other races. Well, yeah, I don't disagree. But I see this behavior so much with other Black folks. I see this behavior so much with other Black women specifically. This level of attitude. And it's like you can almost expect it when you interact with other Black. And see, here's the thing. Black folks, we love to play dumb, like we don't know that this is a thing. But even us, even us, we're sick of it. Even other Black people be sick of it, but then they'll get online and pretend like they don't know what the hell everybody else is talking about when it comes to this attitude, this unnecessary attitude. Look, I've worked in customer service, I've worked at restaurants, I've worked in fast food, I've done it. And that attitude, that stank attitude, more times than not, coming from a Black woman, completely unprovoked. Just feeling like they have to have this attitude every single time they interact with somebody. It's like, at least be pleasant at first. It don't cost nothing to be pleasant, or just be neutral. Hell, I'm not saying you gotta sit there and smile in everybody's face, but at least be neutral, at the very least. But no, it's I gotta have an attitude. It's as if having an attitude makes you big and bad. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this video? Do you agree with me where it's like, oh my fucking God. Just take the citation and leave. All of this was so unnecessary. Or do you disagree with me where it's like, no, Sandra, you're just a raccoon and she had every right to be a disrespectful jackass to that police officer, and she had every right to litter and every right to do this, that, and the third, and she's a victim. I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the video, like the video. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed down to the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that function is available. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.